Papino, salute, King T, salute, salute. You know, it's popping, party people, it's popping. Top of the morning, top of the morning. I know I'll be late sometime, man. You gotta work with me, man. I know I'll be late. I'm up for you this morning. No, this morning's show is based off of something that, something that's it's not being overlooked. I don't see the conversation. Because the Iran situation. We get it. But we cannot forget Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? We can't forget what the people of Puerto Rico are going through. You know, last year they had a very bad Hurricane Irene, and this year they just had an earthquake that was 6.4 that actually hit the Caribbean. It's not just Puerto Rico, but the Bahamas and so on, other areas. Um, America has to get in touch, man. Get in tune, man. If they're not going to get involved with the people, just let Puerto Rico have its own country. But you know what I'm saying? It's like they were supposed to give Puerto Rico $8.3 billion in aid since Irene through HUD. Ben Carson, I don't know what's going on. Maybe we need to start hitting up Ben Carson. But Congress passed the resolution for the relief. Ben Carson can you please, there was Papino, Leticia was popping. Ben Carson, can you please, because we have to start writing our congressman. This guy, Ben Carson, man. If Congress passed the bill to just release the funds, man. Puerto Rico just had a very bad earthquake. You know, if we got people that's in Puerto Rico, send what you can send supplies, it definitely be appreciated. I know we're talking about this Iran thing and the Iran thing, we get it, but this is a war, like I said, that should have been fought in 1979. But we didn't have the funds to do it, so now this guy who doesn't want, I don't know what he's doing, but since he doesn't want to get impeached, this is the angle he's coming from, you know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, the only reason why there's so much outcry is because the guy that died was a part of a regime that actually caused America, plus a couple of other superpowers, to go into a recession. You know what I'm saying? And with the language that Trump is using, these countries that's like OPEC, that's associated with OPEC, they start acting funny with their oil, with their gas, with this crude oil, then it'll affect our stock market for some weird reason. This, you know what I'm saying? It affects our stock market. So his personal thing, you know what I'm saying? All this, his hate for Iran has to do with that Great Recession. For all those that may not know, Donald Trump invested a lot into Central Park with a couple of bridges. In New York City, he actually came up off the situation. Don't get it twisted. It was a win all the way around the board. And I don't understand, for a guy that has all the beef in the world with these countries that have all these complaints, he sold the Trump Towers on the West Side Highway to some people from China. He sold the Plaza Hotel, 59th Street, to some Arabs. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, man, these guys there, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't put somebody in power that has personal business beefs. You know what I'm saying? I would say Donald Trump beef for Iran is he lost a lot of money in the stock market because the stock market crashed back then. Plus, a lot of his good friends went broke. A lot of them killed themselves. A lot of them fell to drug addiction. You know what I'm saying? So that's just personal. But we're talking about Puerto Rico right now. I believe that Puerto Rico, they need some help, man. If you have some family in Puerto Rico, please reach out to them, man. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to your local congressmen, to your local assemblymen. Reach out to your people, man. Ben Carson's a dick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's not pushing the button for the services out there, man. And it's funny because Puerto Rico is a part of America. They're just not a state, they're a commonwealth. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? We understand that Puerto Rico's in debt, but they ain't in debt to Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? They should just clear the debt out and start off fresh, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Puerto Rico's it's great for tourism. They'll make their money back. I mean, you can't want to control the land and want this land to live by these laws. But then when things occur and things happen, you don't want to do nothing for that land. So it's crazy, man. We cannot forget about Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? I truly believe that when it comes to these politics, these are conversations that we definitely gotta have, man. I mean, it's sad, man. Shout out to Crazy Legs. I seen him in the picture. He was out there in PR, supporting the people, man. They just had a revolution where they had to get rid of the last governor, because of some email stuff. We just gotta stick together, man. Like I said, we know what's going on with Iran. Flying missiles, airplanes crashing. The next move was on Trump. To be honest with you, the next move was on him. They fired some missiles at a military base. Now the next move was on Trump. He could either charge that to the game or just be on go. But we can't forget other parts of the country. You know what I'm saying? We cannot forget our Latino peoples in Puerto Rico. Seriously, man. It's a sad time in America, man. It's a very sad time in America where you know what I'm saying, where we're about to have this war. You got these earthquakes, and not just Puerto Rico, but we got the Bahamas. I'm pretty sure Nassau got the West. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Caribbean islands got affected by that earthquake, man. So if you got family just in the Caribbean, man, check on them, man. You know what I'm saying? Send them something, man. It seems to be Ben Carson when to press the button. It says Congress okayed the relief through HUD. But the HUD is sometimes it's a system, right? So now we're waiting on Ben Carson, who's a person of our color, to press the button, and he's worried about I don't know what. So maybe we have to start making videos of Ben Carson and the things that he's not doing. You know what I'm saying? They made you the face of HUD. So once you do your job, brother. You know what I'm saying? We understand that when you want to whatever coon in the saloon you want to do, we get it. But do your job. Governor Cuomo had the same position as you, but he did his job for HUD. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this because because obviously you ain't come from where we came from. You obviously you still haven't figured this math out, right? Most of us, different generations. The generation I grew up in I come from this recession that come from the happened in Iran. That's the generation I grew up in. And the aftermath that I grew up in was crack cocaine, mass incarceration. That's the generation I grew up in. I grew up in a generation where it went from $100 a gram in 1981 to 1991, $18 a gram. Difference, right? Supply and demand. You understand what I'm saying? The prices didn't go low because it defeated the competition. Now there's more supply and demand. It's more addictive. So that's where I come from. And most likely, Ben Carson, you come from the heroin era. You come from the freedom fighters. You know what I'm saying? We come from the South. We know we had no rights. You know what I'm saying? So now you're in a position to at least help your people. You understand the struggles. You gotta be fair to everybody, man. if there's a flood in Toledo or somewhere in Ohio, y'all give them disaster relief, right? If there's a flood somewhere in these rural areas, so you have to be fair, man. You're not actually keep it funky, just keep it fair. This is sad, man. In the midst of this war that this guy's creating, because I keep telling you, this war with Iran, for me, should have happened in 1979. You know what I'm saying? For some of y'all, mass chemicals and mass destruction, that's your generation. My generation is, I actually grew up in the aftermath of the Iran recession was the crack of it. You know what I'm saying? Two different times, two different flows, two different type of energies. What I'm gonna say is, we as a people, man, we have to, you know what I'm saying? We have to speak out. Like I told you, for a lot of you Latinos, man, start going to your local politicians' offices, and y'all gotta start screaming, man. You gotta get out there, man. Not just anybody in the Caribbean. You know, it's sad. You guys want to go into these territories, take their land, take their properties, tell them that you don't abide by these American rules, but every time something happens, there's an excuse not why not to help them. Then let them be their own country then. You know what I'm saying? Let them. I bet you if you allow them to be their own country, they'll survive and they'll be able to take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep kicking out, and then when something happens, you can't get nothing back. I mean, this is crazy, man. Like Ben Carson, what's taking you so long? This is for real, man. You know, we have to stand up for something. You know what I'm saying? Right to your local politicians. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to start. Y'all have, because now what's overshadowing this disaster in the Caribbean is what's overshadowing this disaster in the Caribbean right now as we speak is this Iran thing. Like I told you, this war should have been fought in 1979. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It just took him to, and I'm going to be honest with you, they've been gunning for that man. Don't get it twisted. The guy who just got killed, they've been gunning for him. It's just that other presidents didn't care. After Ronald Reagan didn't care. He was off to something else. After that, Bill Clinton was off to something else. Bush was off to something else. They didn't, the Iran thing, they looked at it as that was a Jimmy Carter situation. You know what I'm saying? But then you put a guy, make him president, that was a businessman back then, that it actually affected him and his loved ones. It might be part of the reason why he had to file for bankruptcy a couple of times around that time, because he lost a lot of money in stock. The stock market crashed. You know what I'm saying? Because they do say that West Side Highway project that he did by off the West Side Highway, that's a project that actually brought him back. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we the people have to understand. We the people have to there is a disaster in Puerto Rico. Your president is worried about fighting World War XX over something that happened since 1979, 1980, 81. You know what I'm saying? That it's over. They got their money back through mass incarceration. Believe it or not, they created this mass incarceration. They started using these drug laws that, the Rockefeller drug laws wasn't made for African Americans. It was made for the people that were selling drugs. Who was the main drug dealers in the 30s and the 40s? The Chinese and the Italians and the Irish. We was just the guys that was running numbers and making picked up here and there, but we wasn't major players in the drug game. Then by the time the 50s and 60s came, where we became middlemen in the drug game, that's when we started getting caught up. But those laws was really based off of organized crime and these new cliques. Then they started using the Rockefeller laws against us in the mid-'80s on. You know, We have to sometimes, man. Everything is not about somebody getting shot by a cop or somebody getting beat up by police. Sometimes we understand for the people that suffering that can't drink. There's no good clean drinking water in certain parts of Puerto Rico. There's certain parts of Bahamas that ain't got no clean drinking water. In the Caribbean, man. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So while they want to fly missiles across over something that should have happened in 1979, we need to focus on what's going on with our people. You know what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? Let's get the information out there, party people. Let's get our head out of our asses and you know, start emailing Ben Carson. Because if Congress passed a bill for the relief, then he needs to release the funds. What are you waiting for? That whole Iran thing that Trump is doing, that's his whole thing, man. That's personal. All that's personal. That guy they killed, believe it or not, the guy that they killed, they're okay with. They're celebrating. There's a bunch of rich white people now that's doing the Harlem Shake right now. There's kids celebrating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. This is the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? This people have nothing to do with this personal 1979 thing. This people that personally have nothing to do with what he's doing, bro. It's personal with him. That guy that they killed, there's a bunch of millionaires and billionaires that's owed money that's doing the Harlem Shake right now because he's dead. Because he was a part of the regime that got their money caught up the first time. Yes. Iran beat us one time. The only war Iran ever beat us in was the economic war. Salute, man. Salute. The only war that Iran beat us in was the economic war. When he sent us into a recession. This is a fact, man. This is pure facts, man. Man's in the building, man. So we, the people, seriously, man. I know it's good to hear about the Trump thing and what he's doing. This is all personal. Listen, Trump don't even care no more. They killed the guy. They fly it back. Okay, it's up there. The next move is on Trump. If he don't fly it back, hey, life goes on in his brain. But they're not gonna let that go by because he's a martyr. When you're a martyr, people are just not gonna walk away. That man's a martyr. He was a part of the regime that took over the country. You know what I'm saying? So we know there's going to be repercussions off of that one. But PR is hurting. That's right, G-Dub. PR is hurting, man. And Ben Carson is holding on to $8.3 billion. He still ain't sending that money since Irene. Hurricane Irene. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? What are you waiting for? Come on, man. I understand. Listen, I get it. We work for white America. I get it. We work for the society. I get it. But you have to do a job. Your job is still your job. Your personal feelings have nothing to do with your job. A lot of times, these people put their personal feelings into their jobs. Maybe they feel like Ronald Reagan feel, well, everybody don't need help. Maybe I'm not giving money to the welfare queens, or I'm not doing this for these guys, or the free cheese, we're not doing this. Okay, we get it. That's your personal feeling, but is that in your job description? You understand what I'm saying? Is that in your job description? For real, man. It's just like that situation in Mississippi. We all know that Mississippi is one of the racist states in America. Who doesn't know that? Mississippi, like 5 years ago, finally realized that slavery was outlawed in their state. 5 years ago. He finally put it in effect that slavery was still legal until the governor said he was watching the movie Lincoln and realized that Mississippi voted against having slavery in the state. During the Civil War, they voted against it. So all these years, even though it was illegal in the United States of America, on paper it was legal to have slaves in the state of Mississippi. So why? So when they show the prison conditions, how can we think anything less? When we watch the prison conditions, so maybe Mississippi needs a civil rights leader down there, somebody that can keep us informed to what's going on. You see what I'm saying? What makes you think that these states, these deep southern states, are changing the way they maneuver and they do business? Mississippi is one of the slave states, man. You know what I'm saying? In Virginia, you're having a situation with the Confederate statues. They're not trying to pull them down. In Richmond, Virginia, because Richmond, Virginia was like the original capital for the Confederate Army. You know what I'm saying? So, you understand what I'm saying? We're talking about people that's really in Puerto Rico. Like, people got human rights, man. Yeah. People got human rights, man. I understand what's going on. It's messed up, man. Freedom people, man. Freedom people, man. We need more people in position of power in the state of Mississippi. We need more people to speak up in the state of Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? We definitely do, man. The government, you know what I'm saying? Those prison conditions are the worst. One thing I realize about prison is prison is prison. In prison, no matter where you at, man, even in New York State, prison is just the worst. There's no prison that you're gonna kick back and just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So you understand what I'm saying? So we can make 1,000 videos on this, but we need people that's on the ground out there that's actually pushing this agenda. There's people in Puerto Rico who can't help themselves. There's been numerous, even while I was popping, there's numerous people that's been having. There's numerous people that's out there riding. You know what I'm saying? That's going through with the earthquake. They going through something for real, man. I understand where my family comes from. My father told me my roots about Alabama, Sheffield, and the little towns. He told me. I seen the pictures. White schools, black schools. I seen what the politics is about. So the politics ain't changed but so much. The politics didn't change but so much down there. You know what I'm saying? So we do need more people in the position of power. Like I said, you don't have to like somebody or like something, but you have to do your job. Do your job. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's sad, man. Yo, you know what, man? Normally, most of the time, I don't do this, but I'm just on my human rights thing. Everybody got human rights, man. We can't say that. You know what I'm saying? We cannot say that we're in the South, where people don't have human rights in the United States of America. But it's in another country. Because the only reason why we're doing what we're doing to Iran, because we see that they have no human rights for other people. But in this country, we're just not showing no human rights. Does that make sense? Our beef with Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen, is that the way they treat their people. They have no human rights to certain towards females and other genders, in the case may be. But in this country, we do the same exact thing that they do. It's 20 OGs in that, man. That's a fact, G-Up Quinn. Let's give Puerto Rico their own country. If y'all don't, because y'all can't keep sucking their resources. And then when something happens, they don't have the money because y'all suck up their resources and their tax dollars with you're a part of the United States of America. And then what y'all do is, when it's time to put money back into disasters, no, hold on. They owe this, they owe that. Listen, it's not Puerto Rico's fault that some people on Wall Street made some bad investments. It happens. Certain things don't fall through because it is an island. You know what I'm saying? If Puerto Rico is good for nothing else, it's good for tourism. You know what I'm saying? There's tried to bring the Montreal Expos there, but it's too hot. The weather is just not, you can't, not gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, what are we to do as a people, man? You know what I'm saying? People that gonna go visit the country and tour it if you don't if you don't give it life. You see what I'm saying? What's the sense in Puerto Rico being part of the United States of America, and when something goes wrong, America can't help them? So let them have their own country, and allow them to do business with countries like France and Spain and other superpowers that can bring them an income. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems to be like we really suck, man. You talk about a war in fucking Iran, you know what I'm saying? You hear me? That should have been fought since 1929. G'd up Quinn. You grew up the same generation I grew up in. That war should have been fought in 1979, bro. That guy that they want to gun down, that they say he's doing all this, he been doing this, he been doing that since 1979. This same guy that he just got blown up. Been doing the same shit since 1979. I'm sorry, party people. I'm sorry the way I'm coming across right now. But this is the God honest truth. The guy who they just killed been doing the same thing he's been doing since 1979. You know what I'm saying? Mass murdering, blowing up monsters, blowing up people's houses, killing families. He been doing this since before 1979, taking hostages. So this ain't nothing new. Come on, man. Shout out to the chat and everybody in it, man. Seriously, man. That's why you have to do your history. Understand, you know what I'm saying? Understand where a lot of this is coming from, man. We gotta have these real conversations, man. These are conversations we gotta have. We all got people. I don't care if you was in jail or if you was in the street. I don't care where you was at, man. We all gotta have these conversations, man. You know what I'm saying? The same way Puerto Rico's having human rights stricken from them, are the same way that the Puerto Ricans, that the brothers and sisters in Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana prison system have no human rights, or even treated like that with these police laws. We have to, as a people, we as a people, man. We have to start complaining to our local. This is what you vote them in for. You don't vote them in and just sit back and hope they do their job. You have to get out there and talk to your local politicians, man. You got to look them in the eye and go, listen, man, this is what's going on here in your jurisdiction. I'm not asking everybody to help Puerto Rico. I'm just saying, if there's a crisis in the South when you're from them areas, you got to speak out. And you can speak out non-violently. You ain't got to slap nobody against your point across. Learn how to conduct yourself. Learn how to speak, man. I don't got the best language, but I could get my point across without to be disrespectful and loud and be crazy. This is serious, man. There's people in Puerto Rico sleeping on the streets right now. There's people in Puerto Rico sleeping on the streets right now. How can you say that these third world countries treat people the worst, and you got people right now with no lights, no clean water in Puerto Rico, or the Bahamas, all these countries that do business with America? The West Indies, Nassau, Aruba. But we're worried about how somebody's getting treated in the middle of Iraq. Salute Deputy Cloud Chaser, salute. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the Deputy Cloud Chaser, you know what I'm saying? It's serious, man. This is a serious topic, man. If you got loved ones in the Caribbean islands, definitely Puerto Rico, man. Shout out to crazy ladies for going out there and doing what you have to do. Sometimes we got to do it ourselves, man. We have to do it ourselves. I'm not asking for a donation. I'm just saying, if you know people, man, in Puerto Rico, man, send them some money. You could do something, man. You got some people sleeping on the streets. In the streets. You got people sleeping on the streets, man. And we're worried about what's going on in Iran. The next one was on Trump, point blank. This is how you play. You shoot, we shoot. What you gonna do? But he played himself. You know why he played himself for? Because he went and killed the martyr. Y'all allowed this man to become a martyr in this country. Y'all should have killed him in 1979 when you had the chance. Y'all should have killed him in 1980. So now we're talking about a man that should have died 30 years ago, 40 years ago. You allowed him to gain momentum. You allowed him to gain a following. So now his little region of gangsters is ready to go. And why the regime would not want to go with him? Why somebody who's Shiite Muslim is not going to be on go with him? When he was a part of one of the greatest revolutions Iran ever had in this century. They beat America in the economic war. Gotta get it together, man. We gotta stop worrying about 6ix9ine. We gotta stop worrying about Shotty. We gotta stop worrying about the things that don't matter, man. Some of us are getting older. Let's worry about, if you live in the South, worry about the conditions of the South, man. If you're Caribbean, worry about the Caribbean, man. If you're worrying about, you know what I'm saying? Let's stop. You understand what I'm saying? There's people that's part of the United States of America that's living like in a third world country right now. But we're fighting another third world country because we don't like the way that they're treating their people. That doesn't make sense. That would never make sense, man. That doesn't make sense. And I'm not even comparing, I'm just being honest with you. Ben Carson, can you please release the funds? Yo, y'all need to do on your Facebooks, do something. Just like Ben Carson, can you please release the funds to help the people? If you don't want to say just Puerto Rican, the people in the Caribbean, if it sounds more better for you guys. What's going on in Mississippi, if you're in them areas, please go down there, start going to see your politicians, man. Yeah, if you're not active in which it's just like the school with the PTAs. If you're not an active member of your child PTA, then school. If you're not an active member of your child's PTA, then you can't get mad at your school at your child's educational results. If you're not taking the time out to be a part of their educational needs, this is facts, man. This is pure facts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I have nothing against the rappers, Lil 6ix9ine and the rest of them. But now there's so much going on. We have to start demanding more. I'm not gonna really go touch on the Mississippi thing. You know why? Because in the South, we know what it is, man. So y'all know that if they can't do nothing else in the prison system, they're gonna treat us the worst under the worst conditions. They're gonna violate every human right that we have. So what we have to do, if we got family members locked up in the South, be more involved, be more in tune. After they tell us in New York State, listen, Mom or Dad, I'm going to need you to be in tune with me because I'm in this jail system and anything can happen at any given time because these CEOs are not from our world. A lot of these CEOs come from the country. They have different beliefs. They was raised a different type of way. We have to start telling our kids that before you decide to make the mistake and go to jail, understand that people that's going to care for you are not from our world. They're not from our beliefs, our mindset. Doesn't make them wrong people. They gotta do a job, a 9 to 5. They just, you know what I'm saying? So don't think for 1 minute that their whole job is to protect you. You know what I'm saying? The fact is, it's not a black and white thing. Ben Carson's an African American, man. This is a human rights thing, man. It's a human rights thing, man. It's sad, man. For all that, why don't they just allow Puerto Rico to be their own country? And they could deal with their own disasters. And I bet you they'll do great. But if you're going to keep sucking their resources out and their federal dollars out and sucking everything out of it, and then when something goes wrong, it's like, you're in debt. Come on, bro, that's whack, man. But we're giving money to Somalia. And they still at war with each other. We're going to give war to Bosnia, and they still have issues. We're going to give money to the Ukraine, and they still going at it. Come on, man. When does it stop, man? When do we finally get upset? When do we finally go, you know what, I'm tired of this. Most of y'all that's on my page might be Puerto Rican. y'all got Puerto Rican families. That's probably something. Most of y'all that's in the South, that got family members that's under worse of the conditions than what's going on in Mississippi. When does it stop, man? When do we start paying attention to what exactly? When do we start paying attention to what matters? Salute definitely cloud chasing, you know what I'm saying? When do we start paying attention to what really matters, man? And stop focusing on things that don't matter. Knowledge is the key. I explained something to you guys, and somebody hit me up earlier and said, "Yo, Zeke, I never looked at it that way." Look, what happened in 1979? See, I was around for that. America was like Beirut for 3 summers. how them cheese lines was how people really ate. They gave you, they just didn't give you cheese. They gave you chocolate candies, beef, pork, a big thing of pork and beans. This is what you had to eat. If your family didn't work, we got them books of food stamps and the free cheese and that free stuff. Third world country conditions, right? Is this and I have to stress this again because of Olga Mendez. She made sure that we had that in where we was from because she, for some reason, got that Republican vote and pushed for Mr. Ronald Reagan to be president. Now, this may sound crazy as it sounds, but you know, she had to put her pride to the side to make sure the people, human rights was secure. Their human right needs were secure. And even if to be bipartisan on certain issues when it came to Republicans in this city, because you know what I'm saying, state senator, she was a state senator. She did it for her people, man. So let's start doing that. Let's get like Olga Mendez to think about the people. I'm not actually sending me $2, but we got a Puerto Rican friend to help them out, man. Call them, send them a card, man. See, you know you got, the real respectable donation spots, whatever, Red Cross, call somebody, man. Call Ben Carson. Write posts about it. Get their attention, man. People in the Caribbean, man. It's just not black people in the Caribbean. See what happens? They paint this one picture like everybody in the Caribbean is black and Spanish. Like there's no Caucasians there. Nobody else there. It's black, Spanish, and that's it. A couple of Haitians. Everybody's Africans. There's natives there. There's Caucasians there. There's everybody, man. This shit affects everybody. You don't think that there's no Caucasians living in Puerto Rico that's sleeping on the street as well? or the Bahamas. Every country got natives. Even though, when Christopher Columbus came, I don't know how he did it, but how can you discover a land that people want? But I guess that's how you give it up nowadays. You know what I'm saying? This is facts, man. I can't, I do this for the people. I do what I do for the people. I get 1 million views, I get 1 million views, but I do it for the people, man. I'm saying, you hear me? At one point in time, I was wasting my time for the people to get caught up in childish debates. And then I realized that the people need this information. So the childish debates I leave in the park. Because y'all need this information. This is what's important to me. This is what I believe is important for us as a people. You got people in Russia, right, who ain't got no human rights because, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. They strong, exactly. They beat Russia. Afghanistan beat Russia in the Cold War. Yes, they did. Yes, sir. Bin Laden. The same guy that they should put together 9/11, Benny Lou. He was a part of that whole run, you know what I'm saying? It's a fact, man. The USSR. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We understand the superpowers. We understand it was Spain. We understand it was France. We understand it was Britain. You know what I'm saying? And now America. USSR. Superpowers. Germany was a superpower. Actually, in the 30s, or the 20s or 30s, Germany came out of their recession before America did. That's what made Hitler the man. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with you. That's when he became the man before World War II. Then World War II, he became an animal. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, man, understand these political parts, understand what's going on. Now I'm gonna be honest with you again. I'm gonna take you back to a history lesson. Before Hitler started doing what he did to the Jews, was Papino. Before Hitler started doing what he was doing to the Jews, which is totally foul, he called Stalin. This is before Stalin got in the war. Yo, I don't know what to do with this race of people. And Stalin was like, I don't know what to do with them, but what I'm doing with them is, this is when Stalin was killing a Jew a day. Pick them, get rid of them. This is pure facts. Now listen, Russia, USSR, was just as evil as Germany. But just because we needed an ally, he partnered up with the USSR. Plus, Germany was trying to invade the USSR, which was crazy. But you see the results of that, World War II. So now, when it's time to divvy up the land, you give all these countries to a country that deals with no human rights. That's exactly what happened, man. And it trickles down, man. So we have to get into the information, man. We have to understand that the people, we gotta help the people part of the people. This is serious. This is so serious, man. This ain't a rant, this is nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? There's people in Puerto Rico suffering, sleeping on the streets right now. There's people in the Bahamas probably sleeping on the street, man. There's no clean drinking water. And you're part of a great nation, you say, a superpower, right? So your superpower is supposed to make sure that everything's okay. If Congress signs a bill, $8.3 billion, send that money, Ben Carson, through HUD. Send it. Your personal beliefs is not the job that you got hired for. And that's where a lot of us get it wrong at. Let's stop taking positions because we base everything off our personal beliefs. Our personal beliefs have nothing to do with our job. Definitely when your job deals with other people, human rights. Don't take a job in customer service if your people skills suck. That sounds retarded. Why would you take a job in customer service field if your people skills suck? So, we have to be very mindful, man. All your party people that got family, in PR, DR, whatever, man. Please, man. Somebody y'all could do this. Y'all can make pages. Y'all can do what y'all got. Just like somebody make a fake page and troll. Why don't y'all troll Ben Carson and get him to get the resources out there, man? The only talk on the news should not be what is America going to do next. It should be Puerto Rico has gotten this. But shout out to Fat Joe, Ruben Diaz Jr., the guys on the front line, Cory Booker, the guys that's going to be out there on the front line, Crazy Legs, that's out there that's going to make sure that they could do what they could do for the people, man, to keep the people morale up, man. You know what I'm saying? If we had all nothing else, we're human beings, man. We don't have to agree on everything. We ain't got to agree on everything. That's one thing I learned from listening to this Republican radio station, 97.1 in Missouri. The guy said one thing. I'm Republican, and I don't agree on everything that Donald Trump does, but you know what? He's a Republican. And that's what I stand on. And that's it. Wow, that's deep. So we don't have to agree on everything, but we have to agree on something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we agree on should deal with something that's neutral, human rights, respect. You know what I'm saying? I did this show based off of right now, off of that, Puerto Rico, the human rights situation. Like I told you, man, contact your local politicians, the situation in Mississippi, start calling these correctional facilities, get more in tune, get more involved. That's the best I can tell you, man. We're not going to get in tune and get involved. These things don't go away, man. You know how St. Louis sort of fixed their situation with the criminal justice system a little bit? they voted in an African American district attorney. So now things are being ran differently. There's more diversity classes going on in the city of St. Louis. They're hiring more African Americans for more jobs. It's still going down, though. Don't get it twisted. It's still going down. But it's looking up for the city of St. Louis. Um, so with that being said, party people, yes, it's real bad out there, man. So what we're gonna do is, party people, man, take the time, man, to try to get in touch with some people, man. Try to get some cell phones out there, man. It's sad out there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's so sad, man. We all human. We are all human. We all one, man. You know what I'm saying? We all one. You know what I'm saying? We are all one. And with that being said, party people, man, love yourself, man. Love other people, man. We all ain't got to agree on everything. No matter what color, what gender, whatever. Yo, see what's popping, what's popping. What's good, what's good. Shout out to the Jam fam, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To Jams fam. Shout out to the Jams fam, you know what I'm saying? We all just, we're all human beings, man. Shout out to Crown TV. Shout out to Desperate Cloud Chasers, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kareem Johnson. Shout out to Takeover Media, you know what I'm saying? Check out my man G'd up, you know what I'm saying? We all in this together, man. Shout out to Wildcat, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Wildcat. I'm enjoying this content, this transition. Shout out to Wildcat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a voice, man. Doesn't matter where their voice is coming from or what angle they're coming from. Everybody has a voice, man. Shout out to J.E. Moneybags. We may not all agree on all the same topics. We may not all agree sometimes, but we all gotta have some type of medium somewhere. You see what I'm saying? We all human and we all understand. We all at one point in time in our lives had our human rights violated. Definitely the Wildcats, the Zeke Blacks, the Corey Kings, the G'd ups. Not because of jail. We grew up in the recession era. You know what I'm saying? We grew up in the recession era. It was sad. Where America was like a third world country. America. So we know, we've been there. We've been there. Some of us had better lives than others. But we all been there before. Some of us been there before. Some of us been in apartments with no lights. Lead on the walls. No heat. Below 5 outside. You got 20 blankets on. Some of us been there before. This ain't even jail I'm talking about. I'm talking about freedom. And the excuse for these conditions was there's no money. There's no money. There's no money. So you understand what I'm saying? We understand the feeling. We have experience in these type of conditions in the free world or in jail. We understand these conditions. This is something that will never leave us. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, Stalin was a fucking savage. You're right. Savage, man. We get a little too hype here. I got a couple of more shows I might do today. Contact your people, man, Puerto Rico, whatever. Whoever, if people's human rights are getting violated, go to your local constituents. If they can't help you, we'll go get a lawyer. And you fight for your people's rights, man. Fight for your people's rights. You understand what I'm saying? You fight for your people's rights, man. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It was exactly. At first it was allies. Then, boom. After Hitler took Germany, Poland, he just kept going north. You know what I'm saying?